Social media is like standing in a big pool of quicksand. What it's doing right now. To me, I'm backing away from it. I'm going to always be on it to talk my shows and share opinions and different things within my sphere of life, but I can't reach out anymore. There are people asking me about celebrities that I didn't even know they exist. So just a little while ago, I went over to TMZ, which I really don't get into the whole celebrity gossip stuff. But I said, let me take a look at this. And when I looked, I'm seeing these people that they call stars, celebrities. I don't know who the heck they are. Like, who are these people? Who are these people in the comments to the left and the people are into them and all of this stuff? Maybe I'm moving into a different phase of life and I'm glad that I am. And I don't think I was really ever into it like that. I mean, I've been online for 25 years, right? 25 years and several weeks. And I never got into it then. If it was a story that came out where I wanted to make a point about a certain, moral issue or whatever, something bigger, I would use that to segue into that. But now it's got people's minds occupied so much. And then the accessibility of the phone in your hand, and you can scroll and you can scroll. People are wasting their lives. They're bringing about, I don't know how to say this without being like really harsh, but many people who are glued to this stuff, you're already dead. You're waiting for death. There's a beautiful sunlight outside. There's beautiful things to do. You can take a nice walk. You can regain human connection, have a nice conversation, go to a restaurant with a friend and look into their eyes and laugh real hard and have those good moments. But time is becoming a big blur for most of these people. And if they're not looking at social media and looking at these celebrities and trying to keep up with everything, there's so much stuff going on in the world, you're not going to be able to keep up with everything. The moment you close your eyes and go to sleep, there's a post that you're not seeing. Now there's so much being blasted at you, you're stuck like a deer in the headlights of an 18-wheeler coming at you 85 miles an hour. And if it's not that, it's the whole narcissistic, I want to be seen thing. I got to post something to my followers. What followers? They come by your stuff, they look at it, they move on. You got people out here who, I hate to say it, I mean, I'm not trying to talk down to anybody, but they're living nondescript lives, but they want to be celebrities. They figure the more stuff they put up, the more people will look at me and the more people will, it's delusional. What is this need for? It's scary. I've been doing this for a while, but I have no need to be seen. I show my face, but it's not a need. I have to be seen, but I have a lot to say. And whoever doesn't want to listen to it, it's fine. But I've fallen back a lot in the last, let's say 2 years, 3 years. I'm not going to spend this particular part of my life putting out stuff. I do it every day. It's a part of my habit because I've been doing this for a very long time, longer than most. But to get caught up into this cyber world when there are real life things that I can do in my life, meditate, look within, make myself better, make it where I can clean my own filters to enjoy life more, and do this in a balanced way with the people who vibe with you. There are people who I love very much. I've never seen their face. There are people here on the platform that I've created that vibe with me. We're kindred spirits, but I never really met them face to face. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. And it doesn't mean we have to push. I would love to meet face to face many of the people who get down with me, but it's not necessary because they have a sane, balanced mind. You got to understand, and maybe you never saw it this way, but this thing called social media has stirred up more mental health issues than you can imagine when you really look at it. I mean, you have the ability to speak to so many people. Things that were laying dormant in people that didn't appear to have mental health issues, with all of these stories being put out there, with all of the people who are pro or con against a certain issue, and then other people start to argue with them. I've known grown people to argue with people that they don't even know for not just days or weeks, but months. Months. You don't even know these people. You've never seen them before, but you're arguing with them. In social media, these social media platforms are getting paid. The more you're on them, the more those ads get shown, is the more they get paid. And they've come up with the perfect plan and a perfect way to hook you. And in actuality, and I'm not saying this to anybody personally, right? You're no different than a person who's addicted to drugs. You're addicted to that dopamine hit of following people that don't even know you, getting caught up, discussing them. What happened to your own life? I got up early today. I did a few things. I ate a wonderful meal. It's beautiful outside. I went into my living room on the couch and laid down for a little while, looking out the window on the couch. I almost fell asleep. I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel like, okay, there are things I have to do today that I want to do today, but I didn't feel bad. I'm going with the flow. I see the animals out that are just out here on the side of the mountain, just animals. I'm not going to say they're wild. They're more in sync with themselves than many of us who are living in the man-made engineered system and getting more and more, how could I put it? More and more indulging and embracing our mental health issues. Because there's no way you're going to live in this world, in the man-made engineered system, that's what I like to call it, and not have mental issues and not live in a balanced way. The animals I see out there that are laying in the sun, that are dealing with their own species, that are guarding themselves against other predatory animals, they're chilling. But this manufactured stuff in our head and how we feel about it, and if somebody makes a wrong comment and we get upset because it goes against who we think we are and how dare they say this, and then you have people now who make different profiles to follow certain people, but they don't want the person that they're following to see. I know I got a few of those. IP addresses don't lie, but I play the game. Sickness, mental sickness. And this thing has driven so many people to that point. They create false personas. They want to be superstars. So they create false personas and put out these websites in their face and all of this. And then what? You still feel empty inside. Why are you projecting this when the day you die? A couple of things will stay up, but after a while, they get scrubbed off. And you put all that effort for nothing at all. What's the point? Why not deal with the real you? Why deal or create this false persona that you don't have the guts in real life to exemplify and actually pursue, because you're not really that? Deep down, you know that you're still falling short of the mark of what you project out there. I'm just a regular guy who comes out here. I like to create. I like to talk. That's it. Whatever comes out of it, fine. But one day, I'm going to have to leave this because I won't be here anymore. And more as I live and the rest of my life is filling up, it's kind of hard to even do this every day. But for the people I'm connected to, yes, I do it. But as far as the false persona, you all know. If you know me and met me in real life, you know the way I talk here is the way I talk face to face and the way I live my life. I don't change my voice. I don't change my look, and I don't change my stance on things and try to project myself as this larger than life individual. I made a promise when I first got online that I was going to be myself. And I'm still myself, right? That I'm not going to change who I am. If I'm angry, I'm angry. If I'm sad, I'm sad. If I'm a comedian, I'm a comedian. If I don't like something, I don't like something. But I've seen people that I've known personally, real close, all the way out to people that are halfway know, that they have manufactured this new persona that they project out to the world that's nowhere near them. If you really knew them, you'll see what a piece of crap that they really are. But they put out this perfected image for what? To get more supply for their narcissistic needs. What a waste of time. Especially when there are those that are looking at you that know the truth. And it's like, who you think you're fooling? I'm just going to continue to be me. And I really thank you for vibing with this version of the real me, because that's the only version that there is. I can't be anything else other than that. I can't. Wearing a mask and carrying a mask is just too daggone heavy. And there's so much out here to do. And with the time that I have on this earth, I want to do it. I'm looking forward to some things that I have planned this week. And I'm going to bring my camera along and share it. You know, possibly more or less. But I go with the flow. I'm not stressing myself on anything. Because after a time, it won't even matter. Thank you for listening to my rant. I know I was all over the place. I'm coming back with some stuff later on. Got to take another shower, get myself clean, shave a little bit, get in front of the camera. We're going to talk about a few things later on today, but I thank you for being who you are. And this is another Scurv podcast rant. Thank you very much. Peace.